that. And so I had to figure it out on my own, you know. I had to get dark, you know. I had to get dark before it got light, you know. Yeah. But that's what makes, you know, us who we are. Yep. You know what I mean? It makes us who we are. So on a little lighter note, you know, I came to Jacksonville. I'm country boy, right? So community is everything for me, everything. And so I really had to, living in Mandarin, create a community. I'm not from Jacksonville. I had to create community. And so that's when I started coaching, you know, EJ, started coaching Jonah and all the other boys and doing flag football. Right. And so from there, everybody thought that they were going to drop their son off and that would be it. No, you're not dropping your son off with me and we all going to hang out. We're going to hang out. We're going to have a good time. And you saw that. Yeah, you know, we really hung out. We really stuck together. Right. And so I believe in fellowship and I believed in creating that community so that we could have camaraderie and these kids can grow up, you know, having another family of sorts. Right. And so that's how we got close, right? That's how we got close and started cooling it. And, you know, that time it was beautiful, man. It was beautiful. That's how we met. Yeah. That's how me and Josh met. And we've been rocking ever since, man. And so since then, you know, talk to me. Where's life taking you since then? Oh, what you got going on right now?
It's been a roller coaster, man.
Yeah.
Roller coaster, man. Like I said, from that transition, you know, after getting hurt, I battled a little bit with my mental health.
Yeah.
You know, to be honest with you, man. You know, you're talking about PTSD, you know, chronic pain and some of the things you deal with transitioning from this game that sometimes we don't know take a toll on our bodies and our mentals, man. So I'm a huge advocate for mental health. As I went through my crisis, and I'm finding ways through therapy. Thank God to my therapist.
Therapy is crazy.
I'm huge on that. You know, get help, fellas. You know, get the help you need. Trust me. You know, it'll help you in the long run. It'll prevent you from anything you might do, whether it's hurting yourself or hurting someone else. Believe it or not, we use this game. I'll say this from 9 years old. I never really realized that football was an outlet for me.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And sometimes we use that built up aggression, you know, there, right? So that outlet, whether it's frustration from school or your parents or somebody pissing you off, it felt good to go to practice and tackle somebody, hit somebody, smack somebody.
It did,
right?
legally.
Felt good, right? You know, you ain't getting in trouble for it. So it felt good, man. But yeah, transitioning from that, man, it's been smooth. You know, everything's been smooth. I want to speak on being a dad, like you talked about. You happened to be a dad early.
You're a good one, dog.
I got to experience that a little later on for me.
Yeah.
And part of me wanting to take my time, and pretty much all my siblings kind of had kids early on, you know, and they're great parents. For me, I just felt it was best to wait a little bit. You know, let me mature a little bit. Let me be a better man, a better person, to give a child the best me. You know, and I love my daughter to death. But it's something about being a dad, dog. Let's talk about it, man.
Listen,
the best feeling in the world is being a dad to me.
Yeah, and I will say this. Being a parent, you know, again, talking about transitions and switching things up, you know, I couldn't have done it without the help of their mother. Their mother's awesome. Right. And, you know, I got a glimpse of that in my life because my mom is a single mom. You know, was a single mom. She's not single no more. She's been married just had an anniversary. Happy anniversary, Mom.
Happy anniversary.
28 years, I think. So,
nice.
But before that, it was just us, you know. It was just us, and it got rough early fatherhood. You know what I'm saying? Early fatherhood was rough because she was doing so much. I'm going to practices. I'm handling my initial duty, right? And you don't want to make, you know, I don't want to say my main duty is not. Being a father is my main duty, but you don't know that at the time when you know, making that, you know, situation happen. And you know, you're about to get a degree too. I'm about to get a degree. So
it's a lot. It's a lot.
It's a lot. I graduated, and I promise you on everything I love. I graduated, I sat down in my girlfriend's apartment, and I literally sat there and was like, oh, what I'm gonna do next? I did not know what I was about to do next. So all I know was I got my son here. We're about to go have some fun. So I, you know, pushing him around and having fun with him. But, you know, it took me literally going through rough points of being a dad to figure out, oh, well, there's steps, you know, involved to be able to make life better. There's real steps involved.
So your senior year, what were you, 20?
I was 22.
22 years old.
I was 22.
Okay.
I had my boy at 22.
So let me ask you a question. What's something you would say at 22 years old being a young dad?
Yeah.
What's something you feel like you've learned from 22 to where you at now, and the thing you could have done better with your children?
Yeah, I mean, obviously playing college football was a hindrance to that, you know, a little bit, because I could have been there more, and that's one of the things is be there, you know, be literally present and there. I would say the thing that I I looked back on and I could have improved was developing that community a little bit earlier. You know, our kids live in a different time.
Oh, yeah.
You know, we used to run outside. You know, as soon as we come home from school, we outside, we going, we're working out, practicing inadvertently, you know. Right. We jumping in trees and I'm jumping on, like I said, I'm a country boy. I'm on top of my shed trading Pokemon cards with my partners and stuff. And then right after that, we getting 2 gloves, a baseball bat, and a ball, and we going and we playing. You don't know, we practicing for 4 or 5 hours on fitness, you know, we getting camaraderie, we getting community, we getting all of that. Our kids don't do that like now.
It's different.
You know, so I would have incorporated more of a structured lifestyle around, you know, play, fitness, fun, and community a little bit earlier, you know, and that's why I went so hard with the flag football situation, because at the time, I think the kids were what, 7-ish, 7? Yeah. 2017, so 7. And so now, you know, now being then, you know, it was like you start to see the kids grow a little bit. You saw them talking a little more. You saw them, you know, hanging out. You saw them even respecting other elders, you know, kind of, you know, not inadvertently, but they're respecting elders like on a whim. Like, hey, how you doing, Josh? You know, it's Jonah speaking. How you doing? You know, Miss Keisha, how you doing? You know, Miss Hannah, how you doing? You know, they're doing that. You can't do that without actually having a community, you know? And so I was big on that, and I'm proud of that. So to answer your question, I would have done it a little bit earlier. Because initially, you know, I'm broke coming out of college. I ain't got
we all
nothing.
Broke, everybody broke.
Right? I ain't got nothing.
Different time.
I'm sitting there like, I think I made $12.50 an hour, you know, my first job out of school, and it was 8 months after I graduated. So thank you, Mama, for helping me out and, you know, going that route. And again, thank you for moms, because like they held it down.
Yeah.
You know, they held it down. But having that community a little bit earlier would have been a little easier for us, man.
No, I like that. Speaking of the flag football, I laugh to this day, man. Y'all was the first, I would say, youth organization where y'all was running legit plays and playing football.
Tell them,
like,
for real, tell them.
Seriously. Like,
a lot of them don't believe me, man.
Dog, I don't remember Jonah working on the 3-step, 5-step drop, letting the ball rip, receivers getting lined up. I'm like, dog, this is top-tier coaching.
Yeah.
Top-tier coaching. This ain't just little league where a kid don't know how to line up.
Right.
I mean, the quarterback ain't had to run to the sideline. Y'all doing signals and everything.
Right.
Said, oh, this is a legit program.
And all my boys play football right now. So,
nice.
like, it lets you know.